Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Headlander. So we've hit kind of a odd point where it's a little bit confusing what you're supposed to do. Now, arguably in Metroidvania games, maybe that's the point. Sometimes that you have to wander back and forth and figure out what areas is the right area to be in. But I'm not so sure. So this Shepherd charging station is where I was supposed to transfer. And then I take this off. And I can't do anything with this area. And I can't do anything with this area. And I think this is just a citizen. Wow, they can walk on the light even. Didn't realize that was the case. So, in one of these examples of fire then dash, you have to get over to this point.
Bodies may not tire after a 96-hour shift, but their minds are a whole nother story.
And we have a mini scan update, and the update's not really even adding too much, but we need this purple unlocked. Almost certainly we need the purple unlocked before we can get the white unlocked and try to get the rest of this. And then I think I would like to, hey, there's a collectible hidden in the room. I'd like to also teleport around and do the side mission at some point too, whenever is convenient.
Nothing, dude. I'm looking for some kind of thing that I'm supposed to do something with.
Every power crystal takes approximately 348 citizen hours to fabricate. All is well.
I assume this is like Methuselah speaking.
All citizens
This.
assigned to the power dome are reminded to conserve energy whenever possible.
And we still need some kind of upgrade. Something that would allow... See this arrow here? This seems to imply that there would be something here, but there isn't. Something that would tell us where all of the energy gems are, or we're just not going to be able to afford all the upgrades. Alright.
Generator still got power.
I can pull this one off.
Y'all can also
And
shoot them crystals right out of their sockets if you can find a shot. That's the way.
Damage received. Weapons violation.
Gotta be kind of careful here, focusing on
That's the way.
So there must be a way I can zoom up from the top, yeah, to get this other one. There it is. And then we'll meet it. Alright, this is gonna be another one of those dashes, and I think I got everything through there, that area.
Got more crystal nodes with the removal.
Almost didn't make it there.
Got more crystal nodes with the removal.
So
Back up the power to a lift button, which will make moving gravel lifts around a lot easier.
An additional link information has been detected. Should say, with this continuation at the end of the next work cycle. Have a productive day.
and I think I got that whole room. And let's just reflect these shots back at him. So, do we go back up to an area we haven't been, although we have been there? Or do we go down? I say we were in here. So it is another area. We've had a large amount of areas that aren't specifically accessible right now. So I wouldn't have been surprised if I got in here and it didn't let me do anything. We've seen this design several times where it feels like there would be some kind of secret. Let's look at the map now. Moving this lift is a good idea, but to get to the lift, and Lucia 13 we see there, we're gonna have to go the other direction. Darn it. Did we get everything in here? Yes. I think we can reattach if we want to. Alright, let's jump down. Well, I'm not sure that was the way that was supposed to work, but we'll see.
Methuselah may control everything, but it can't be everywhere at once. That's how we'll beat it someday.
I was asking for it.
Part of a winning team. In the background.
Yellow access granted. Yellow doesn't make you a special fellow.
Okay. So this only really moved us away from this area. Oops. Forgot to turn on the shield.
Aberration detected.
And you may have noticed that I'm very much turning on the shield every time.
Doing its thing again.
Every single time I have any need to vacuum anything, I'm using the left stick to turn on the shield and direct it, and the right stick and the right trigger. I imagine I probably do that a lot in games in just general. Unsurprisingly, this is a robot body, which we're starting to see. There's some background signs that explain a lot of this and show that where you might need to go. Let's suck this and attach and play.
Is Methuselah intentionally blind to the true effects of the Omega Gem? What can he expect from the people when their heads are fogged and their hearts are cold? We must find a way to abandon our fiberglass prisons. Artemis 11, signing out.
It's weird that the robots don't have regular names. That implies that they never were human in the first place. Like, you wouldn't just have name designations.
Opening.
So how are we on the map now? We've done... There's one section and some lower sections, but I think we're not too far from just being done completely. That felt very much like a... it feels very much like you can't get through this area without double shielded. And see, the game has been hard programmed in several places
Generator still got power.
to make sure you can't get stuck.
Report.
Let's see.
Yep, that's it.
That's one crystal. And in here we've got a laser beam to deactivate,
Y'all got that grab lift powered on then.
or a grab-a-lift or whatever. Wow.
This one's got more crystal nodes would need removing. Alright.
Oops.
Some of the crystal nodes are still connected to the power generator. Alright.
So it looks like it reset me on the crystal nodes, but it didn't reset the grab-a-lift being activated.
Y'all can also shoot them crystals right out of their sockets if you can find a shot.
This is another prime example of where you have to have that double deflect to get to this point. And the game has been handing us, I suppose,
That's the way.
a significant amount of it's been handing us a lot of levels to unlock that ability, but you did have to unlock the ability. It was still very possible
Y'all can also
that some
shoot them
people
crystals
wouldn't
right out of their sockets if you can
realize what to
find the
do.
power in one of them shaft doors.
Go back to the main gravity lift center. And there's no way down. Now we haven't seen anything.
Submit at once.
Like, we haven't seen anything super useful yet. could get to Citizen's Head. But I don't think... Yeah, I still don't think I can get back to this area. So it's this section. Nope, it's this door up here that we need. So if I can just get somebody to open the door. There we go.
Every power crystal takes approximately 348 citizen hours.
So we need to return to the central shaft, which I assume... I think this is the right time to take a break and fly all the way up here. No, I can't quite do that. So unless there's a teleport out this direction, you have to run back this way. Put this here, and then just cross our fingers or we don't get hit.
Please report to the nearest conformity enforcer for the mandatory post-work cycle interactive survey.
So, as it stands, there's one little shaft here, but I'm pretty sure there's a collectible here, and possibly there's another collectible there. Yeah, and then there's this hidden room, and then there's the side quest. And I think doing the side quest is the right move to do right now. My health is not in the greatest position ever. Apparently if you punch these guys you can knock them off their Now there's an achievement for teleporting a long distance. So if I go from this to the pleasure port, that is going to be quite far, but I imagine it's not the furthest teleport location. It depends on just how much of this map is going to zoom out more or not. If I can maintain and hold on to a yellow body, I could get back to this location and see what happens there. Maybe get back into this male bathroom. But start with the pleasure point. These multicolored head things strike me as potentially dangerous. So Shepherd Spectrum, it's a green and all and everything above that. I mean, green and everything below that. So if we introduce the Shepard Spectrum characters as an idea, then
Utopia begins now.
I need to come down to the lower section to fight these guys. Which...
Access granted.
how do we get down that way? I guess we just go this way. What's this do? There's a lot of this around. Let's just not die. It seems like my gun only has a few shots. So the game now has added something that is probably a powerhouse but requires a lot of hits. Let's come over here. And my headbutt ability is not working. There we go. And if we look, I seriously doubt there's any other reason to run around this area. If there is some kind of collectible or thing, it's hidden so well that I don't even see any indication of it existing.
You are the endless potential of humanity.
This door is not secure, unfortunately.
Why is this guy chasing? Apparently that guy's locked into a run mechanic.
I'm going to have my face
So I'm going to take this guy to the satellite chalet, which is the middle location. And
Another solar cycle and opening doors.
run down this way. Actually, I'm running the wrong direction. I need to go this way. I can roll.
There is no admittance to security.
So this feels a lot like just the dog quest again. See, I have half a mind to just run this way and make sure whatever we got was actually collected. Although there's really no reason to not trust the map. The map hasn't proven itself to be untrustworthy. Does this refill your head ability, by the way? No, it only refills your health. And just a couple of shots is taking these guys out.
And now citizens, and not from your friendly neighborhood laser turret, RT.
Hey guys, hi. Try not to break any rules, okay? Because if you do, I'm gonna have to shoot you with a laser a bunch of times. But I don't want to, really.
Thank you for those comforting words, RT.
Gender not present.
So I can either hold on to this body,
Maybe.
or I can go try and find a male. Let's see if we can go find a male citizen.
This door is not secure, unfortunately.
Again.
Is this a male or female?
Do something.
I think that's a female body. Like, where's the closest male citizen body? Here we go. Citizen Broderick 6.
Shepherds, attend to secure zones in the satellite shrine.
I don't want to lose the green access bodies, but I don't know if they're really that useful either. We're just kind of wasting time.
I'm toying with the idea of another head lift.
Now, to my knowledge, Metroid
Ambiguous.
gender ambiguous. Seriously?
Gender not recognized. Door will not open.
Oh, I forgot. I need the head of... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. And this game...
Male gender confirmed.
Oh, I see.
The waste carousel is
So I could have done this at any point. See what the guys say.
Man, those unrefined crystal nodes do not go down well. Man, those unrefined crystal nodes do not go down well.
Same thing as before. And then we get on this toilet thing. And this is just an energy sac for more experience. And I have this suspicion that quite possibly the
citizens are reminded to
Male identity positive.
discharge by staying regular.
I have a heavy suspicion that the energy amount you get in each energy sac might be varied. So we could summon one of these heads. We could summon one of these heads. We'll just summon one of each and see if any of that matters. And the only one you can do was the Bronson Peak.
White or eggshell? I can't decide.
All are welcome, even you.
Oh, isn't this place simply fabulous?
So unless we've lost the body, we should still be able to get the green multispectrum body. It's a no, this is yellow spectrum one. Is this multispectrum? Spectrum yellow. Oh, I think I lost it.
Attend to secure zones.
Yellow doesn't make you a special fellow.
Well, that sucks. We've lost our green, but whatever. In the end, it's not gonna matter. I'm sure. It's definitely missing something.
Maybe.
Now, I come from the perspective.
Greener pastures, why don't you?
Oh, I can't even get in there.
What it is?
The waste carousel is currently offline for a planned purge cycle.
Did we get to this? We've already done that. So there was a reason to use the green. It was to get into that one room. And because I can't get in that one room, I'll probably have to come back later and try to get it. So that was just an unfortunate turn of events. As unfortunate as us dying multiple times here. Yeah, playing Metroid Prime, the Metroids, the enemies, they seem to spawn, they would shoot at you, they would be major... what is going on? They would jump around to different platforms. It was a 3D game, so it was very different. But even on the standard Metroids, as I've seen other people speedrun and play those games, it doesn't strike me as, wow, I am doing this all wrong, as though there's enough enemies, or I think their gameplay mechanic of multiple beams and reflections is frankly probably the wrong thing to do. There we go. It adds a lot of confusion. There's a good place to end this. It kind of fails to add things in the gameplay. Hey, we just came out of that room, however, that was supposed to have some secrets, and we can see there's some other secrets now, so we are back to the right place after doing that side quest. We also have a ton of upgrades to do, so we can take this, and we need 3 more to be able to get time dilation to get Shepherd Hack. We could also increase the power, the health, and the boost of our helmet, which doesn't strike me as terrible ideas in general. I think what we'll have to do now is try to get the big things and not get any of the small things. Vacuum strength in particular doesn't seem like it strikes me as that important. We're probably really close to getting overcharge, and once we have overcharge, the game, to me at least, seems like it is going to be done with giving experience new things. And we're about halfway seeing all of the rooms, which gives me the impression that something horrible is going to happen to the space station and we'll go back to every single room a second time. 36% complete of the whole game. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.